So let's hop into this. So our first tier, I'll just run through the tier names with you really quick so you can know what to expect. So we have 5 tiers. The first tier, we got all-time classics. Then we got memorable, and then we got kind of mid. We got forgettable, and then we have absolute snooze fest.
It's funny. The more I think about it, the more I think like we might have like a good amount of like classics in here. To be honest.
Really? Should we get rid of what?
No.
I think the
I'm
tiers
just
are
saying.
good.
I know. I think it's fine. I think the tiers are
Right.
fine.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So we'll start off with, I think,
do you want to go from like the most recent one, or do you want to go from the earliest one?
let's go earliest to recent.
Okay.
So the earliest, you know what? I don't know what this is. The Super Bowl 48. Who was this?
Super Bowl 48. I think if I remember correctly,
Is
this
it the
was
Ravens one?
no, it was 47. This was Super Bowl 40. Oh, this was Seahawks Broncos.
So Seahawks Broncos,
Final score was 43-8.
would we put it on a snooze fest? Because there was a lot of scoring just by one team.
By one team.
Um,
Honestly,
or were we going to put it like forgettable?
I'm thinking forgettable.
I think so too. I don't think it was a snooze fest because if you're a Seahawks fan,
You love the Super Bowl.
you were going crazy. Or if you were rooting for the Seahawks, because I know there's some Peyton Manning haters out there.
I think I was out there. I think when I think 11-year-old me was going for the Seahawks in this game.
I think I was going for the Broncos for some reason. I don't remember. I didn't really care. But oh wait, I put it in snooze fest. It's
Yeah.
going in forgettable.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's like one of those where you're like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, because low key,
Because
I do forget about the Super Bowl sometimes.
This one,
Yeah.
yeah, like it was the Seahawks' only title, so it is like it's memorable in that sense.
Yeah.
But it's
Wouldn't be their last time in the Super Bowl with this group of people, but we'll get to that.
But yeah, I mean, just from the I mean, it had some memorable moments, like the first snap of the game being
Was it
the
a safety?
ball flying over Peyton Manning's head and being a safety. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
That's the only thing I remember from that.
And then
That game.
then on, I can't tell you what happened. I honestly don't know. I know, very random, and this is forgettable. You know who the Super Bowl MVP of this game was?
It was like a linebacker, wasn't it?
It was Malcolm Smith,
Malcolm Smith.
a name you'll never hear again, but he's a Super Bowl MVP. He's probably the Andre Iguodala of
Hey,
the NFL.
hey! Don't talk about Arizona Wildcat Andre Iguodala like that,
Well,
please.
I'm gonna talk about it like that, dude. This man was
Former All-Star.
this man
Andre
took a
Iguodala.
Finals MVP from Steph Curry for letting LeBron average like 35 points on his head.
To be fair, though, if I was a U of A fan, I would have been like, "Get that shit to LeBron." But I digress. Because I am a diehard U of A fan, I have to go.
I
with my
mean,
boy
I
Iggy.
think it should go to the winning team, and I think it should have went to Curry. But let's
if you're going with that, I absolutely
yeah. So let's get back to the NFL. Yeah, Malcolm Smith. I don't even know what his stats were on the game. I'm assuming he probably just had like 200. Like he just went crazy for some reason.
Yeah.
But it probably
Yeah.
it probably should have went to beast mode or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe like Russ or something. Well, I guess when you're shutting out the
I don't think Russ really did anything that game.
yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, this was like probably like a prime Legion of Boom type game
Yeah.
here. But they didn't even give it to a single member of the Legion of Boom. So,
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird.
I mean, yeah, because no, I remember Peyton Manning was like insane this year. Like he set the record for passing yards
Yep.
in a season.
It was the year he was going fucking crazy.
Yeah,
He had like 50.
like
50
5,300 yards or something like that.
Yeah,
It
and
was
like
insane.
55 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, dude.
It was the year he just went nuts.
Yeah.
But the Legion of Boom just stopped him, and Russell Wilson really didn't have to do anything, or the offense.
Yeah, shout out Cam Chancellor.
Um,
Just because he's my favorite member of the Legion of Boom.
Now I really want to move on to this next Super Bowl.
Oh, dude, next one.
So this one pains me, okay, because I was in my Patriot hating era, and I went from going for the Broncos, I went for going for Peyton Manning the year before, to then going for the Seahawks, and then they let me down. I was going through a really rough time. Okay. But
As a young child, I must say, I was a very big Tom Brady fan. So,
Really?
dude, I was one of those kids.
Man.
Like looking back on it, I was like, nah, dude, I wasn't a bandwagon. But looking back on it, dude, I totally fucking was a bandwagon, and I do not give a fuck, dude. I fucking love Tom Brady.
So in case you don't know, you live under a rock. The next Super Bowl was Super Bowl 49 in Arizona. It was the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. And
Dude, put this shit in all time classic.
Oh, absolutely.
this
It's
shit
going at the
up
very
there.
top of all-time classics. This is the all-time classic of all-time classics.
Well, I don't know. There's another Patriots Super Bowl that might have it on here.
Yeah, but I don't think it compares. To be honest, that moment when I don't even remember his name. What the fuck is his name?
You don't remember Malcolm Butler,
Malcolm Butler.
dude?
The moment Malcolm Butler intercepted Russell Wilson, I will never forget the reaction on people's faces. It
Dude, I
was
was
the
so
craziest fucking thing ever. A practice squad corner, literally, because I don't think I ever realized how much time was left on the clock. It was like 28 seconds left,
yeah.
and sure, Tom Brady might have been able to work some magic, but dude, he saved that game for them. He literally like flew his body into the route. It made one of the most beautiful defensive back
Yeah,
plays of
dude.
all time. A practice squad player. I mean, that's just incredible. Um,
And another all-time moment for that was just the catch that Jermaine Kearse had to get
yeah,
them.
that
To
gets
go.
overshadowed.
Dude, that catch was fucking sick.
Dude, I need to look that up, bro.
It's fun. It's fun. That's funny that you say that because like it must have been like a week and a half ago or like right after the Super Bowl ended. Like I looked up like the interception at the goal line, just watched it again, dude, just so I can like hear. I can hear Al Michaels like on commentary when he actually still had like a soul and wasn't on Amazon Prime, dude. That call is like, oh my god,
The greatest catch to never be remembered. So true.
it is, dude. Because this catch, I don't even know how he caught this shit,
I
dude.
remember freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I remember. I remember it like, bro,
How do you catch that? And this was the same year that he caught the game-winning touchdown against the Packers.
Oh, was that this year?
Yeah,
Like,
when they came back.
where they had like the replacement refs, were like,
Wait, what?
oh no, oh
No,
no,
you're thinking of a
I'm
different
thinking-
Seahawks Packers game.
Yeah, okay. You're thinking-
This was the year that
they faced in the NFC
in the
Championship.
NFC Championship game,
Okay,
and the
okay,
Packers
okay.
were like up by some crazy amount with like 6 minutes left, and the Seahawks came back and won.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah,
And
you're
he
right,
caught
you're
the
right.
game-winning touchdown in overtime, and then he did this. Like he was Seattle's hero this year.
Dude, I remember after like when he caught that, I was like so like depressed for like a good like 2 minutes because I was like, dude, they're about to go out and win this game because like
That was
yeah.
incredible, dude.
I was like, they're gonna win this game because they're gonna give the ball to Marshawn Lynch at the goal line, like any competent head coach would do. And I'm gonna see the Patriots.
Hey man, you know
lose.
what? Pete Carroll. Say what you want about Pete Carroll. That's my boy, dude. I still think he's a great coach.
He is, but dude, no, it's funny because like that play is so bad, dude. Like that gives Richard Sherman PTSD. Like,
His reaction. Remember, he was like,
yeah,
Dude, I saw a depressing video. It was a bunch of Seahawks fans watching that, and it was like that moment, and they're all like, "Beast mode, beast mode,"
oh,
like chanting it, and then
yeah.
they're just like, like freaking out, bro. I would be so pissed off, dude. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine being a Seahawks fan in that moment.
God, man, dude, this was some good shit right here. Back when the script writers were
Oh,
like,
dude,
the
brings
script
me
writers
back.
cooked so hard with this one.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did. This is a really good. Even like up to that point, this is just a really good Super Bowl. Didn't Julian Edelman make an insane catch? No, I'm thinking of a different one. We'll get to that one.
Of the other one that I think rivals this game.
Yeah. All right, so this next one that did not rival this game whatsoever. We got Super Bowl 50. The Carolina Panthers versus the Denver Broncos. This was the year Carolina Panthers went 15-1
And whooped the Cardinals' ass.
I didn't want to say it. I was gonna let you say
I'll
it. I was
it,
gonna let
dude.
you say it.
Honestly,
That
I
was very
forgot about this.
depressing.
God, dude.
Imagine a Cardinals. Do you think the Cardinals would have beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl that year? I know you don't want to think about that, but like,
I mean, probably not because that Broncos defense was kind of insane, and that's
Yeah,
the
they
reason
were
they won
really
the Super
good.
Bowl. Because I think wasn't Von Miller the MVP for that?
he was definitely
Yeah.
was. He was like on top of the league after that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then he beat his wife, but Super Bowl 50. Who were you rooting for in this game? I think I was rooting for the Panthers in a weird way.
I was going for the team that didn't whoop the Cardinals' ass
For the
NFC
third-
championship.
For the third year in a row, I did not give a fuck. Like didn't care about either of the teams. So this was like a really, really sad time.
It's funny. I just realized like we cut off our list like to the like right at like the Super Bowl right after the Ravens won.
I know I'm fucking
I
depressed,
just
bro.
realized that.
But then I'm also glad because I would be very biased and say
We would talk
all-time
about this shit for
classic.
like 20 minutes too. You would just be sitting here like going play by play,
know,
talking
dude.
about every fucking thing. But
Such a beautiful moment.
no, I was definitely going for the Broncos just because I like everybody kind of got the vibe like this might be Peyton's last year
Yeah.
because he like dude was like fucking so old at the time it didn't look that good. So I was like, all right, let him get his Super Bowl win, let him ride off into the sunset, and he got that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he didn't really do anything that year, but their defense was
no,
insane. And
no, dude,
Cam Newton, go for the fucking ball, dude. Dive for the ball. I will never forget that.
that made it an all time great business decision. I'm not going for that in the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, like maybe if you're like the only reasoning behind that is if you're trying to protect yourself. The dude still played like ass every year after this. So I mean, most of the years after this. So I
Yeah,
don't really know what that was all about. But I mean,
yeah.
it's the Super Bowl. It would have been the first title that the Panthers would have brought home. I don't under.
And it would have capped off like one of the most dominant seasons we've ever seen. So,
Yeah,
because I went 15-1.
that Panthers team, man, was real interesting. The fact that their top receiver was like Ted Ginn or something,
It's like Greg Olson. Like if you're like receiving yards, probably.
but like their top wide receiver was
Oh, yeah,
like probably
yeah,
Ted
it was
Ginn,
like Ted Ginn, dude.
and they went 15-1, and like they had Jonathan Stewart, who was a beast that year. Don't get me wrong. They had Jonathan Stewart, and like, I mean, their defense was like insane.
Amazing, yeah. That was like prime Luke Kuechly.
But no one predicted that team to go 15-1. Like that's crazy to
Yeah.
me.
I have like the Wikipedia article like for the Super Bowl pulled up, dude, and all I can focus on is right here where it says that the Panthers beat the Cardinals 49-15.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that bad.
It was that bad, dude. I remember I turned this game off like midway through the third quarter, bro, and I just went to bed, just sobbing.
I just will. Yeah, I'll never forget the moment Cam Newton didn't dive for the ball. It's. I don't understand how you don't do that, and the fact that they kind of went out this way that year is kind of sad.
Yeah, this was a really tough way to go out.
But that one was in Santa Clara too, huh?
Yeah, this was at like
49ers Stadium.
yes, at Levi's Stadium. I think it was like one of the first years that stadium opened too.
Yeah.
So
But anyways, Super Bowl 50. I'm not gonna lie, it's in the forgettable or kind of mid tier for me.
I was thinking kind of mid.
I'm thinking that too because
Yeah.
it wasn't like forgettable with all the stories that it's Super Bowl 50. Cam Newton was MVP and he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Von Miller was going crazy, and it was like the top two picks in the 2011 draft or whatever going at it. So it was like definitely a cool moment, but the game itself was kind of mid.
God, dude, the Broncos they got 7 sacks and 4 turnovers in that game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Von Miller himself, I think, had 2 strip sacks just by himself,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah, he had like both of the like 2 of those fumbles. I remember that.
Yeah. And scored a touchdown, I think, on one of them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to this is another really good one. Another really fucking good one. Super Bowl 51. The Atlanta Falcons versus the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah, this was okay. Yeah, yeah.
The Falcons went up 28-3 in the third quarter and won, right? I mean, surely they won after that.
I mean, yeah, dude, they were up like 20.
They were up big.
Yeah, because I mean,
Had all the momentum.
yeah, I mean, there's that infamous tweet out there of the Panther or not the Panthers, the Falcons, recapping the end of the third quarter and them saying, just one more quarter, guys, we got this. And then the rest is history.
And then
because
Tom Brady happened.
Tom fucking Brady, man.
This is why you can never convince me. And I'm going to go on a little rant here. You can never convince me that Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Dude, this man,
I knew you were gonna say that.
this man came back 28-3 with like 1 quarter left in the Super Bowl and won, bro. Like, how do you do that? All right, I'm done.
That's your whole rant.
That's it. Tell me when Patrick Mahomes comes back 28-3. Just tell me in the Super Bowl.
Dude, tell me when
Then we
anybody
can
else
talk.
does it, man. But
Yeah, incredible game.
dude,
So I have a quick story. I remember a kid from our high school, or were we in high school at this point or junior high? I can't remember. I think we were in junior high.
when this game happened, this was
2017
ooh, this would have
or
been
2016. I think it was 2016.
Hold on, let me see.
Either way, a kid we went to school with, he's a Patriots fan, and I remember when they were getting blown out 28-3, he took a picture and he posted on his story and said, "The game's not over yet."
Bruh. Yeah, it's February 2017, so this would have been like 8th grade.
Yeah, and I remember like looking at that, and I'm like, "Bro, it's over, bro. I'm sorry." And sure enough, that dude, if I posted that, I would have.
That dude's a wizard, bro.
I would have screenshotted that, saved that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember who that was or no?
His name was Alex. Alex something.
Was it Alex Merriam?
Yes,
Bro.
it was Alex
Dude, I
Merriam.
remember him.
Dude, Alex Merriam. If he ever hears this,
If he somehow
I
finds
remember
this
that
podcast,
story
dude,
post. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty G.
That's pretty sick. I'm not even gonna lie, dude.
But that one's going in all-time classics.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't think it goes in front of 49. I don't know.
Dude, it's close.
It's very
bro.
close. It's very close. But I just think that I don't know. 49 just has that kind of like that special feeling to it.
It has that aura.
Because that was also the year that I went, and this is kind of biasy, I guess. But that was also the year that me and Brody went to the Super Bowl experience because it was in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
And we got to meet like a bunch of players, and that's like when I was just really in love with football. So that's why like that Super Bowl just kind of has like a special charm to it. But I mean, if we're taking that out, do you think 51 is better? I'm willing to agree with that.
I would say 51's better just because
Of the comeback?
the comeback and it goes to overtime and like
It was the
it was
first
the
overtime.
first Super Bowl to go to overtime.
Not the last though.
No, dude, good lord, I'm looking at the stats here. Tom Brady threw the ball 62 times in this game, and then
That dude was
James White,
slanging it.
14 receptions
Holy
for
shit.
110.
Super Bowl.
And then he also had, where's James White? 6 carries, 29, and 2 touchdowns. That dude had 3 total touchdowns in this game.
Julian Edelman had a crazy catch in this game too.
Oh yeah,
He caught it like off his leg or something. I can't remember.
It was, I think it was off like the
exactly.
corner's leg, and it just like it fell into his like he saw the ball in midair and just grabbed it.
I remember seeing that and being like, bro.
I remember, I remember that play.
That's
so
that's
vividly.
when I was like, the Patriots have some dark magic, fucking
they have some fucking
Satan
devil
power.
magic too. it took them
How
what,
the
5
fuck does
Super
that
Bowls for you to
happen?
realize that. At 4, you're like, no, not yet. But then after
Oh,
5,
what am I
you're
doing?
like,
I'm looking at Julian Edelman's fucking Wikipedia, bro. I'm too tired.
hey, shout out when we met Julian Edelman in downtown Gilbert. if you know, you know, dude.
That man was not very happy with me.
I remember that a couple of days ago. I was like, dude, I wish that guy was more chill because I would have been so down to like take a picture with him and be like, yo,
Julian
Jules
Edelman. He was like, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I just remember you telling me like, yo, go up to that guy and ask if he's Julian Edelman. And I just saw him give you like the sternest like no. And I was like, oh, okay. Shit.
I think I came back to you and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's Julian Edelman.
I was like, I know.
All right,
I was like,
let's see.
don't worry,
Dude,
I
he
know
looks
this.
exactly like him though.
I know, I remember that.
He caught it off the corner's leg.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a guy who really wants it, right?
Now here's a guy.
Now here's a
who
guy
wants to
who
win the
really
Super
wants
Bowl.
the football. Of course, Troy Aikman commented this game. Or who's the other guy?
Joe Buck.
Joe Buck. He's such a fucking
Dude, nah, Joe
horseshit
Buck.
announcer.
Nah, Joe Buck's awesome.
He's so like, I don't think he's excited enough half the time.
I think he is now. I think back in the day he used to not be, but I think now.
Like
it's
on this catch, he should be going, what?
I think it was just he didn't know if it was a catch or not. So he was
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, I don't even know.
Like right there is what proved it.
Yeah.
It never touched the ground.
Yeah.
Because this idiot put his hand under there. Ricardo Allen.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? He put his hand to stop it from hitting the ground.
Dude, this is such a good throw by
Look,
Brady.
right here. He slides his hand, and that's the only reason it was a catch. Oh, my gosh.
That was just an elite throw by Tom Brady there.
He's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, how
for
do you,
sure.
yeah, dude. That's what separates Tom Brady from everybody else, dude. He purposely throws the ball at the corner, gets it to
foot.
deflect,
Yep.
and
He
knows
knew that was
Jules
gonna
is gonna
happen.
catch it. Yeah. Yeah, only the best of the best know what to do there.
All right, we're putting in front of 49.
Yes. But God, what else? I was gonna say, I think because we're not we kind of talk about Joe Buck real quick. I just want to say Joe Buck gets a lot of hate, and I think a lot of it's undeserved. That's all I'll say. I think he's awesome as an announcer,
He's all right.
especially
He's
'cause
he's not on Tony. He's not fucking Tony Romo. So for that, I appreciate it. That guy drives me insane.
yeah. Because I mean, I think Joe Buck's awesome for baseball, and like him not being because he used to commentate the World Series, and he doesn't anymore, and like I miss it because like his calls are kind of awesome in the World Series.
Yeah. All right, so the next Super Bowl was 52, and I'm trying to remember really quick which teams that
Nick
was.
Foles.
I'm sorry, bro, but this is going in all-time
I
classics.
agree.
Holy shit,
I
this was
agree with
amazing.
you,
This
dude.
might even go in front of 49 for me.
I think, yeah, I'd put it in front of
The
49.
fact that a
Yeah.
backup quarterback who was written off before even the Super Bowl even started, like how many people were saying, yeah, the Patriots got this in the.
Dude, no, do you remember the final four, like, starting quarterbacks?
Yeah, hold on. It was
I
Tom
think
Brady.
you'll get three of them. I don't know if you can get the last one, though.
I think I will. Tom Brady, Blake Bortles.
Yeah. Shout out Blake Bortles, by the way.
Shut up, Blake. Nick Foles and Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that NFC
Dude,
Championship
I
because
remember.
I remember the AFC Championship happened first, and I was going for the Jags
Yeah.
because I looked at the NFC Championship.
Oh, actually,
games.
no. Speaking of that game, real quick, I remember this game so vividly because first of all, I think it was freshman year of high school,
Yes.
and I remember in our group chat, Zach was like, Packers fan Zach. He was like, oh, dude, the Jags got this in the bag. And I was like, nah, dude, the Patriots are coming back. And he's like, I bet you $20 they won't. And I was like, okay, bet. Dude never paid me, by the way.
Oh,
never
shit.
paid me. It's been like 76 years. Just want to say that.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. That
Yeah.
makes it easy to remember.
Yeah. But yeah.
Were you gonna pay him though if the
Fuck
Jags
no.
won? Exactly. All
But
right.
I mean, it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter because it doesn't. I won the bet. But you think like a 15-year-old me had $20 just to spend
none
like
of us
that?
did. We were all broke.
Hell no, dude. We were too busy going to Circle K and fucking walking to Kwan's house.
But I remember like specifically being like, the Jags need to win this, or because I looked at the NFC Championship game and I saw Case Keenum versus Nick Foles, and I'm like, if the Patriots win, no one's stopping
It's the
them.
easiest Super Bowl ever.
And so I was depressed when the Patriots came because the Jags were so close to winning that game. They genuinely
Yeah.
were. And
I'm like, no, like low key, even though I said like, oh, the Patriots are gonna come back and win this game. No, dude, I thought the Jags were winning that. Should have been.
I thought so too. And then obviously the Patriots did their thing.
Yeah, Tom Brady was like, wait a minute, I'm fucking Tom Brady.
Why am I losing to Blake Bortles
Blake fucking
and
Bortles.
Allen Robinson?
To be fair, their defense was awesome that year. Though.
They had a really good defense. They had like Telvin Smith, Miles
Cardinals-
Jack,
Cardinals legend Calais Campbell.
Calais Campbell,
Starting line. Here we go. Oh wait, no, that's for the Super Bowl.
Jalen Ramsey was on that team. No.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey,
Yeah.
AJ Bouye.
Yeah.
They had a good safety too. I just don't know his name. I think they had a good safety.
Deshaun Gibson.
Sean Gibson. Can I see? Is there a way I can get to the championship game here?
Maybe if you look up.
I know, but I'm too lazy to do that right now.
Mm.
Wait. Okay, hold on. So 2018 AFC Championship. Here we go. Just give me. Oh wait. No, it's the wrong one. Telvin Smith, Miles Jack, AJ Bouye, Marcel Darius, Dante Fowler,
Marcel Darius,
Calais Campbell,
Dante
Jalen
Fowler.
Ramsey. Yeah, Deshaun Gibson, Malik Jackson, Yannick Ngakoue. That's what a young
Dude,
Yannick
they had a
Ngakoue, bro.
stacked team. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a Nick Foles versus a Blake Bortles Super Bowl would be kind of elite. But I'm glad it happened the way it did.
Yeah, this was even better.
Because, yeah, dude, everyone was riding off the Eagles. And then I just remember as the game went on being like, holy shit, the Eagles might actually win this game, especially after the Philly special.
Yeah.
Iconic moment. Iconic
Well,
moment.
no, if you remember in the game, the Patriots tried to do that with Brady,
And he
Brady,
dropped
yeah,
it.
he dropped it, and then the Eagles did it, and it was like, oh my fucking god, no fucking like, yeah, I guess yeah, Trey
Because they just did the same thing
Yeah,
and they did
it
and they
worked.
got it.
Yeah.
But
Also, just want to say this was back-to-back Super Bowl wins for LeGarrette Blount.
oh yeah, because he was on the Patriots the year before,
yeah.
and then he went to the Eagles.
Dude.
And I remember was like Brandon Cooks getting absolutely like
Oh,
murdered
yeah,
in this game by
was it Malcolm Smith? That his name? Or
No,
Malcolm
Malcolm
Jenkins? Malcolm
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
he just got absolutely.
Dude, I remember like that
clocked.
happening, and be like, I remember being like, if that didn't happen, the Patriots would have won. Like
You
dude,
said that?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, I was
God.
like sobbing, bro. I was
Dude,
like,
well, okay. Well, on one hand, you have Tom Brady who threw for 500 yards in this game.
dude, he had a fucking awesome game.
He had such a good game.
This was like his best Super Bowl game.
But
and he
this was
lost.
when I was in my Patriot hating era, as most
Basically everyone
80% of
was,
the
yeah.
population, like everyone was for Patrick Mahomes now. And I
sorry.
just remember like they had a strip sack on Tom Brady at the end of the game that sealed it,
Yeah.
and just that feeling. Because let me explain to you really quick, just really, really quick. All the Super Bowls we have on here so far, from 48, 49, 50, 51, in all of those Super Bowls, the team I was going for lost. So at this point, I was just giving up on going for the Eagles. I'm like, I'm just gonna go for them and get my heart broken. And that feeling, like when the Eagles did that to Tom Brady, was
Yeah.
just insane. Like and I was at my aunt and uncle's house. My uncle's from Philly, so he's a big Eagles fan. So he was freaking out. Like it was just like a really cool football moment for me. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good game.
It's funny because like I was like the exact opposite because like of all the ones that we talked about here, like I was
You were rooting for all the opposite
yeah,
teams.
and they all won. This is the first time the
Nah,
Patriots
dude.
lost, dude. And I was
I
like,
was going on
fuck.
such a horrible run, and I was just like, you know what? I give up on life. And then the Eagles did this, and Philadelphia might have gone burnt down a day later.
Dude, yeah, I remember the
Oh my
clips coming out from
gosh,
that.
that ruined it, dude. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with Phil? That's when I like first noticed that Philly fans are the worst fan base to ever grace the earth. I'm sorry.
Dude,
If we got any Eagles Philly fans
dude,
listening.
it's so funny looking at like the Patriots receivers. Like it's like the top receivers. Hold on, can I order? No, I can't order this by yards. But Gronk, Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan, James White. Shout out James White and fucking Rex Burkhead and Philip Dorsett, James Devlin. Bro,
Brandon Cooks had that one catch, and that's when he got rocked.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
But that was like kind of the tone setter for the game. I remember that
Yeah,
was a
like
big
in the,
moment.
That was like in the first quarter, dude.
Mhm.
Because yeah, that was just a brutal play, bro.
But it's like it's not even that it was a defensive game where the Eagles defense was just stopped
Nah, dude.
Tom Brady, and like it was Nick Foles didn't really have to do anything to win.
Dude, look at
No,
the final-
Nick Foles was
Yeah, dude. Look at the final score, 41-33.
Nick Foles was that guy.
Yeah, dude.
He was that fucking guy that
I
year.
mean, there's a reason Nick Foles gets his nickname.
Big Dick Nick, baby.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but hey, there you go.
I have no shame.
Hey, good for you, man.
And then it's also what landed him that insane contract with the
Jags.
Jaguars, and he didn't do anything.
Like 4 years, 80 mil.
Dude,
I think
props to him, bro.
I think he got through like half a season.
That was the Minshew Mania season too,
it was
because he got hurt, and Gardner and Josh Dobbs was on that team too. It was Nick Foles, Gardner Minshew, and Josh Dobbs.
What a quarterback room, dude.
I know. All right, so let's move on to. Are you ready to move on? Or
Well,
do you-
yeah. I mean, last but not least, I just want to say shout out to Arizona legend Nick Foles.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
U of A.
Yeah.
Always
being represented in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 53.
I think this is a snooze fest.
This
if
is
I
the
recall.
snooze fest of all snooze fests.
Yeah.
The Patriots versus the Rams, 13-3, bro. And this was also the year. You know what?
No,
we got
no.
robbed
Of like an awesome
of
Super
a Drew
Bowl.
Brees,
It's
Tom Brady Super Bowl.
Dude, because I was just about to say that. I was like, dude, if this would have been like Patriots Saints, it would have been I feel like for some reason I just feel like it would have been such a better game.
No, it
dude.
would have been so good. Drew Brees going toe to toe with Tom Brady. Man, fuck the refs in that game. We got robbed of an all-time classic.
They should have just called that pass interference, man.
I mean,
I remember the controversy like
it
after
was.
that. No, because it
Dude
was
literally
like, he rocked his shit. No, I remember that play.
he literally smacked the shit out of him. It's when you look up pass interference in the dictionary, this picture probably pops up.
Yeah. Wait,
What-
this is the Super Bowl that had Travis Scott at the halftime show?
Yeah,
I-
it
This was this
bad.
one? I thought it was the
You-
one after. I thought it was the 49ers. Is that the one after this? Who cares? Let's talk about it later.
It
But,
was, yeah.
Damn, I didn't remember that. I didn't put this like I didn't connect that Travis Scott was a part of the Super Bowl.
He was. Remember he did like the
No,
they did the
I know they did like the SpongeBob thing. Yeah.
and then Travis Scott like sounded so bad.
Oh yeah, because
He
he's saying sicko mode. I remember that so
He's saying
vividly,
sicko-
and it was like
sicko mode
really
with
bad.
no auto-tune.
Yeah, I remember it sounded so
He was
awful.
like,
okay, Like, it was just his normal voice, dude.
Everyone was like, I remember my parents watching, and they're like, what
yeah, no,
the
I remember our
fuck?
group chat was like, why does Travis Scott sound like that?
Sounds so bad. I forget who even the main person was.
That was Maroon 5.
No, yeah, just a horrible Super Bowl. I'd like to forget that this even happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and this was around the time me and Paige first got together, and I remember this was the first Super Bowl she like because her family didn't really watch football growing up,
Yeah.
and so she came over to my house to watch the Super Bowl. It's the first one we watched together, and I just remember her being like, "Is this what it's like?" And I'm like, "I promise, no, this is horrible."
No, I think I was the same like back then because like this was back when I was with Rhea and like I remember like she was watching it and I remember she was like this kind of sucks and I was like no it's so
I
good
was like,
'cause
"I
the Patri-"
promise, it's usually so good."
no trust me it's good we want the Patriots to win doesn't don't look at the score like
Well, because I was just like the past five were like pretty like for the
they were
most part
awesome
insane,
like
and
this one
then this one
sucked
just like hit us out of nowhere.
like I was like cool okay Tom Brady got his sixth ring and like he's like the GOAT now but it's like that kind of sucked
It was a lot worse than even like 43-8 with the Seahawks Broncos. Like
yeah
at least that was high scoring for
yeah
one team. All right, the next one is Chiefs 49ers, I believe, because you got Chiefs 49ers, and then I want to say Bucks Chiefs, and then you got Bengals
Rams
Rams.
yeah Bengals
All right, so yeah, so this next one, Super Bowl 54. Patrick Mahomes' first ring. It was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Fran Niners, and the 49ers were up by 10. Once again.
Yeah, this was
in this
before
game.
this was before everybody started to start randomly hating on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, this is. I feel like a lot of people were rooting for him in the Super Bowl. Actually,
Yes, I remember that because I think I went over to your house and watched this.
yeah, we watched
Yeah.
it at my house.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think it was like you, me, and like Quan and Ashton.
I think Brody came in towards the end too.
Oh yeah,
That's right. We watched it at my house. Oh yeah. It's so random.
yeah. I remember we missed the apparently the all-time great halftime show too because we went outside and played basketball.
What was it?
It was Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
Oh, and that was when everyone was freaking out about Shakira.
Yeah,
That's right.
because Shakira is very very attractive
Yeah.
with all due respect.
Yeah, we weren't there for that.
Yeah, no,
Um,
we were too busy hooping.
now I'm gonna be honest with you. When you talk about all these games, this one's in kind of mid for me.
Yeah, I would agree.
It was
'Cause,
not
like,
memorable. I can't remember a single play from this game. I'm not gonna lie. It was just like it was close, but it was just a very like, eh.
thing I remember is like the clip of Jimmy G coming out onto the field, and like that's that meme, dude, that like everybody uses on Twitter now, where it's just like Jimmy G like coming out onto the field, like preparing for like it was like late in the game, and like Jimmy G, it's either late or really early
Was it
in the
like
game.
his like it was supposed to be like his drive to win the or,
Yeah, like his like
tie
his like,
it?
his like Tom Brady drive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the only thing I remember from that game.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. And also, I think Patrick Mahomes like robbed Damian Williams of a Super Bowl MVP in this one because 17 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown, four
he had
receptions,
two tutties.
29
And he had like a
touchdowns.
very
Yeah.
important one at the end, huh? That like sealed it. I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, I don't know.
This one they had prime Tyreek Hill. They're not even prime Tyreek Hill. Just had Tyreek Hill. Like
Would you say kind of mid or forgettable?
low key, I wanted to say forgettable. Like
It kind of
at
is
first.
when you think of all the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think low key. I think we should throw it in forgettable.
Okay, I'll put it in front of the Seahawks Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but I still think it's forgettable.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's just been a minute since we've seen it. Maybe. So
well,
that's why,
but it's like it was just kind of boring for some reason. I can't explain why. It just kind of was.
yeah.
And like maybe it's because it was like Jimmy G on the 49ers and like
Yeah.
you didn't have Tom Brady going out there to fucking get that game-winning drive.
It was Jimmy
You had
Garoppolo.
Mr. PED going out, the only guy to get worse after taking performance-enhancing drugs.
Nah, dude. There's some baseball players out there that are like still really bad with.
Really?
Like, it's hilarious, dude.
Sure.
Like there's pitchers that have like an 8 ERA and that's after taking drugs. And like if you know about baseball, you know that's like horrible. But
so
I digress.
for this next one, we might honestly be kind of split on this. I think. So the next Super Bowl is Super Bowl 55. It was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The only Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes has ever lost, and it was to, of course, Tom Brady, and the Bucs.
Yeah.
So, me personally, this is in memorable tier.
This is memorable.
This is memorable for me.
Okay.
And you want to know? Can I explain myself?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I had already gone to a point this year where I was starting to not like Patrick Mahomes. I can't remember why. I was also at Brody's house. I watched this Super Bowl at Brody's house, and you know Brody's dad is like very adamant. He
Yeah.
hates Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
Brody
okay.
hates Patrick Mahomes. So I kind of got like groomed into pause. I kind of got groomed into being a Patrick Mahomes hater during the Super Bowl.
Gotta use a different word, dude.
Sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't never gotten groomed. I haven't gotten groomed.
So I went to Brody's house and got groomed. Like, I, bro.
Um but it was just really satisfying to this, and this was also like this was a really weird year for me because I started not liking Patrick Mahomes,
And
and then I
liking Tom
started
Brady.
really fucking liking Tom Brady on the Bucks. I don't know why, but Bucks Tom Brady was like, I loved Bucks Tom Brady, and Gronk was on the Bucks, and this was a team that had been shit for like
Forever.
so long
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl as favorites, and just rocked the Chiefs. And this is when the Chiefs had Tyreek Hill.
They did
They
have
had their
Tyreek Hill.
full squad.
Well, no, I remember this in this same season. Both of these teams faced off earlier in the year, and remember,
And the
like,
Chiefs rocked them.
yeah, and remember, dude, Tyreek Hill had like damn near like 200 receiving
Yeah.
yards, like after the first quarter,
Yeah.
dude. And so everybody was going in thinking like, oh, the Chiefs got this one.
Yeah.
And I was kind of under the same belief, like even though I love Brady, like I was thinking like in my head, I was like, oh yeah, the Chiefs are gonna win this.
And this was when the GOAT conversation first started. I remember.
Really?
Yes, yes, I promise you. Everyone was saying, is Patrick Mahomes going to become the new Tom Brady as he was facing him? And this was a big game for that because then it started to die down after
That
the
makes
Chiefs
sense.
just got destroyed. But yeah, dude, the Bucks just dominated them from start to finish, and it was just satisfying to me. And the reason it's memorable, okay, first of all, first Super Bowl where a team was playing at their home stadium,
Yeah.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady was on the Bucks. He won his 7th Super Bowl, so this man had more Super Bowls than any other franchise, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Any other team is insane.
And then just like watching them celebrate after the end, seeing Antoine Winfield throw up the peace sign to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Classic, dude. Classic. This was such a good Super Bowl. And I don't know, for that reason I think it's memorable just because of all like the stakes. You had Mahomes versus Brady. You had Brady on the Bucks. He won a Super Bowl for the Bucks. Who would have thought that like he changed the Bucks culture within one season?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Antonio Brown on the Bucks?
He was. He caught
was,
it.
okay.
He was the last
person to catch a touchdown from Tom Brady.
in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
Yeah.
Here,
That Bucks team was just so fun that year.
it was, yeah, dude. You got Gronk.
You had Gronk and Brady. You
Leonard
had
Fournette.
Bruce Arians
Yeah, Bruce Arians
as the head coach.
Kind of snaky though, because I remember he like retired as a Cardinal, and it's like he wasn't retiring. He just wanted to get out of there because the Cardinals were going downhill. But
It was like fun because it was like
yeah, no, I
Brady.
get it.
You had the whole drama through the year where everyone was like Brady and Arians hate each other, and
I feel like that
and-
started the year after.
no, it started that year. I'm pretty sure
I think it started the year after, but I mean, you might be right because I remember
they won and they were like basically like fuck that, like we're good, and yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it started that year.
I want to say it was the year after because the year after is when like Bruce Arians was like, "Oh, I'm done coaching. I'm just gonna have my D coordinator step up and be the head coach, and I'll just go to the front office because I
And
don't
then
want to deal with this."
Antonio Brown stripped naked and ran off the field.
Man, shout out Antonio Brown. I forgot
That was
about
crazy.
too.
Remember that against the Jets?
Yeah.
He just like threw his shit into the crowd. Anyways, let's get back. So I just think for all like it was just so like that Bucks team was so fun. Like Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You had Antonio Brown. You had Leonard Fournette, who was my guy that year because of fantasy.
Yeah, and Ronald Jones too. And I mean, yeah, Scotty Miller.
And then on deep, Scotty Miller. And then on deep, remember they had the whole Scotty Miller versus Tyreek Hill like race thing.
Yeah.
And then you had the Ndamukong
Suh.
Suh, Jason Pierre-Paul, Devin White, Levante David got a ring.
Shaquille Barrett.
I mean, just you were
Carlton
just like
Davis,
happy
Jamel
for them. I
Dean,
feel
Sean
like.
Murphy Bunsen, dude.
You were so happy for them, you know?
Nah, dude. I remember like when Tom Brady won this, I was like, yeah, dude. Nobody's ever gonna have a nobody's ever having like an accolade, like the amount of accolades
He
that
won
this dude has.
He changed that team's culture within one season, and they looked like the Patriots that we know. In one season, the Buccaneers.
Dude,
Like,
yeah.
when would it, like who would have thought that would have happened? I'm still in awe of like that Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I remember a lot of people were like, dude, he really went to Tampa Bay. Like,
Yeah,
So
what
I
the
remember, I
fuck are
remember,
you doing there?
yeah, a lot of people were thinking he was gonna go to like a California team, like the Chargers or
Nah.
or like the Niners and stuff like that, or like the Raiders, because I think they were still.
Well, he was going to go to the Raiders, and then remember something happened,
Oh yeah, because there's
and he
that.
like he was talking shit after that. Remember he said something like,
Oh yeah, because there's that like one clip of him like in like the barber shop or whatever. He's like, "You're gonna choose that motherfucker over
"Yes,
me?"
that's right." Yeah, he's
Yes.
talking about the Raiders because
Yeah.
they signed. It
Well,
wasn't Derek Carr.
I think it was just they might have just kept, like stuck with Derek Carr or something like
Stayed
that.
with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Probably was.
Because yeah, this was like it was obviously way before Jimmy G. So, or maybe it was for the Niners because maybe
No, he wouldn't have said that about Jimmy G.
I
It
think
was the Raiders.
I think he definitely would have said that about Jimmy G. But I think it was the
I
Raiders.
think it
So I
was
think
the
you're right.
Raiders. But it was just so iconic. I mean, and
Yeah.
seeing like, and then seeing like Tom Brady talking shit. I've never seen Tom Brady talk so much shit when he was on the Buccaneers.
He did. He
Remember
talked
when
shit to Tyrann Matthew.
Tyrann Matthew like twice.
Yes.
First he
Yes,
did it
dude.
when he was trying to like talk shit to Tom Brady. He
Yeah.
came back at him and said, like, watch this, basically, like,
Yeah.
like he was talking shit to him, bro. And then he threw a touchdown on him, and then came back and started talking shit to him and said,
Yeah.
"See that motherfucker,
Yeah.
dude? That was like when I fucking like Tom Brady got my respect was that game." And I had already liked him because he was on the Bucks, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I talk
Yeah.
you into it.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
it's
let's
memorable,
let's put it
dude.
in memorable.
Even though it was a blowout, it just for everything going on, it was just so.
Yeah. No.
And then I also think the weekend's performance at halftime was
It was
underrated.
good. It was a good performance. Yeah.
Everyone shits on it, but I think it was kind
No,
of.
I think it was good. No, but now, yeah, no. Now that I'm thinking about the Super Bowl more, I just remember like seeing vividly like Patrick Mahomes like fight for his life against
Oh
the
my
Chiefs.
gosh!
Like
dude.
that one play where like he's like throwing it like whilst getting sacked, and he's like
Yeah.
almost yeah.
He was like, I
like,
remember
the
like
diving throw, yeah.
Everyone was glazing him for that, but
even though
it was pretty
even though
cool.
nobody caught it, but
no one caught it. But it was a cool like
it was
throw.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know everything going on there. So all right, this next Super Bowl, this is gonna be kind of a weird one.
It really is.
The
'cause,
Bengals
like,
Rams,
yeah, Bengals.
very
Rams.
fucking random.
It was so random.
So
dude.
I can tell you exactly where I was at for all these Super Bowls. I was either at my house, my friend's house, or I was at my aunt and uncle's house. Guess where I was for the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
I was at work. So it doesn't help that
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
And I didn't really watch. I watched the ending because like everyone at work was watching on the phone. It was dead. So
Yeah,
I
'cause,
was like watching glimpses of it. You
Yeah,
know,
'cause, like who's going out like to fucking like wherever you were working at that time, like fucking Home Depot or Lowe's to the fucking.
I was
watch
working
the
at
Super Bowl.
Lowe's.
Yeah, yeah. Go to the Super Bowl,
No one was there. It was even more dead than Christmas Eve. Like,
bruh.
but anyways, I was watching some of it. You know, off and on. I watched like the full like fourth quarter pretty much.
Yeah,
But it was just so random because you had two teams that like are not normally there. Like, I feel like for most of these Super Bowls, you have Tom Brady or you have Patrick Mahomes, and this year you had Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford, which is awesome. But it's like, it's just random.
dude. I remember I was like fully on like the Bengals train like this season.
The fact that the Bengals made the Super Bowl was so fucking random.
Yeah, because I mean everybody was like, "Oh, this is finally the year they win a playoff game for the first time in like 30 years," and then they just kept winning.
And everyone was like,
Yeah, I was like, "All
and they
right."
beat Patrick Mahomes, which was insane.
Yeah, again because they've played each other twice that year.
So this is a weird one because if you're looking at the game itself, it went down to the wire. It was so close.
Yeah. Yeah,
But it's like
shout
I
out,
just
shout
feel
out,
like no one cared.
yeah, shout out Eli Apple for ruining the Super Bowl for the Bengals. Dude got cooked by like Cooper Kupp and Odell. Odell for half the game, and then,
Odell would have probably won Super Bowl MVP.
yeah, probably because I mean, let
He
me
was
look at
going off.
Yeah, let me look at his stats real quick. Just and he only played like half the game. 2 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown on 3 targets, and that was for like a quarter and a half or something like that. Like not even like a full half of the game.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So like I don't know. This was also a year that I wasn't really into football a whole lot, and obviously why I didn't get the Super Bowl off, like why I forgot.
yeah,
I don't know, man.
yeah. I just honestly, this low key like was probably a good Super Bowl. It's just
It
like,
was, but it's just like kind of forgettable.
yeah, it's
for
like,
some reason.
yeah, because I remember like
Like Matthew Stafford got a ring, and that was like a huge deal. But for some reason, and Joe Burrow was in the Super Bowl. Like for some reason, it just like is forgettable. I don't know why.
yeah, because I remember like going into like the season after it was like, oh yeah, the Rams won it. they're like, oh yeah, the Rams were the Super Bowl
Yeah.
champions, and like just nobody really like remembers that. So
And you know what it might you know what it might be, honestly,
hmm.
is that both teams people were rooting for both teams. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess, but
Because I feel like when you had Tom Brady and you had Patrick Mahomes,
like everybody was rooting against them,
either
basically.
against them or for them.
Yeah.
There was no in between. And I feel like that feeling got lost this year because everyone was okay with seeing the Bengals win because it was a crazy story. But then everyone was also okay with seeing Matthew Stafford win his first ring.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know.
I don't like. I want to rank this higher because like I liked this Super Bowl, but like I really can't. I can't rank it higher. Like,
There was just it was a really weird year. I feel
yeah.
like.
Yeah. Also, the second consecutive time we saw the home team win in their own stadium.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
that was
kind of
good.
crazy it happened again.
Yeah. It's funny it happened twice.
What do you think, man? Are we thinking? Because I don't think it's mid. This is kind of a weird one because I feel like it belongs in forgettable. Because it is kind of forgettable, but it doesn't mean it's worse than Super Bowl 50. Like, do you know what I
It's
mean?
weird. I think I'd put it in kind of mid, just after Super Bowl 50.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it there. No disrespect to the Rams. Like,
Yeah.
crazy good year. Like, they had a really fucking stacked roster that year. Holy shit. They had Matthew Stafford. They had
Cooper Kupp,
Cooper
Robert
Kupp.
Woods, Odell Beckham. I can't. Let me see.
Their defense was just absolutely stacked. They had Ramsey this year, right?
Yeah, they had Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd.
Dude.
Yeah, this is when they signed fucking Eric Weddle, like the week before the Super Bowl. Yeah, that man really
got
cut
a free
a.
ring.
I know, dude.
Um,
Wait, what? Was Robert Woods on this team? I think he was, right?
yeah, he was. 'Cause I
Uh,
remember they had three really good receivers.
For some reason, like when I look at the lineups, it just lists Van Jefferson. But I want to say he was on this team. Now I gotta go to fucking.
He wasn't on the Bills yet, or Texans, or Titans, whatever, where the fuck he went.
Okay, yeah, he was there, Super Bowl champion. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going insane.
Maybe Van Jefferson was on the depth chart over him. That doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. Though,
probably.
'cause I thought Robert Woods was that guy.
I mean, he was for a minute.
Yeah. So just kind of mid, I guess.
Yeah,
It's not memorable though. I'm sorry, I can't put it there. It just isn't.
yeah. Honestly, low key, I'm just probably salty because I was probably going for the Bengals in this, and I think this is the year the Rams like whooped the Cardinals' ass in the wild card game. So,
Yeah, it was.
yeah. And that's when like everybody started to hate on Kyler Murray when it's not
In
his
Cliff
fault.
Kingsbury.
No, it was like just Kyler at this time. Like everybody was like
Oh.
shitting on Kyler for whatever reason. Like nobody looked at the fucking doofus ass head coach for the Cardinals is like, nah, this is on the quarterback. He's too short.
All right, do you want to go to Super Bowl 57?
Yes.
This feels so recent. Like time goes by so fast.
I know.
I feel like Super Bowl 57 just happened.
Yeah, I remember. Like I vividly like remember watching this one with my dad too. It was a good Super Bowl. That's all I'll say about it so far.
Okay. Now we might be split on this one too because I think what was a classic, what was a really good Super Bowl got
I already know what you're gonna say.
absolutely trashed because of
The holding call.
the holding call. Let the guys fucking play. It's the Super Bowl, dude. And that literally cemented the game for the Chiefs. And it was just a fucking dumb way for the game to end.
So you're saying it's memorable? Because you say you remember that it's at least memorable.
But it kind of made the game mid.
No, dude. I don't think that took away from like the 3 and 7/8 of quarters of a game that was back to back. Like that was just awesome. Like if you're an Eagles fan, yeah, that sucks. But like,
I don't know. That ending just really pissed me off.
I get it, but I still think it was a really good Super Bowl. Like if you're more of like a neutral fan like me, even though I was lucky going for the Chiefs because I fuck the Eagles.
Oh, I was
But,
absolutely neutral. I went into this game absolutely neutral. I promise you, because I wasn't a big Eagles fan, and I also wasn't a big Chiefs fan. But I just appreciate good.
Actually, no, I'll be fully honest. I was totally going for the Chiefs this game because this was this was the year that the Eagles got given like the easiest fucking schedule I've ever seen in my life.
That's right.
And they won they literally just walked ass backwards into 14 wins, dude. And like you were like, Eagles are so good, dude. They're the easy Super Bowl winner. Motherfucker, the best quarterback they faced the whole year was Daniel Jones. And you're gonna tell me that they're elite? Yeah.
That's right. I was neutral, and it just pissed me off that the game ended that way. That's all.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I get that. I would put it in. I'd put it in memorable.
okay, I'm gonna put it in memorable at the end though.
Okay, that's fair.
All
That's
right.
fair. Yeah. Because honestly, this shit was literally memorable from start to finish. Because I remember, dude, this was the year that Chris Stapleton did the greatest national anthem that you'll ever
Yeah,
see.
yeah, that was
So
good. And it was in Arizona too,
yeah,
so it's memorable for
God,
us for
they
sure.
dude, they love doing Super Bowls in Arizona, and I hope they continue
I
to do
love
that
it.
because
It brings a lot of attention to Arizona. Arizona's a underrated
yeah,
state sometimes.
yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah. But if you're from California, please don't move here.
No,
Yeah,
we suck.
yeah. It's awful over here. It's literally just desert outside of Otto's house
Yeah.
or his apartment. But
Um. All right. So this.
so we're moving on.
I mean, are you ready? I don't know if there's
I mean,
anything else from this game.
I feel like we should kind of like go over a little bit, maybe. You know, just kind of look at some stats. Like, never mind. Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's how this was the game where like also the turf was like really weird.
Oh yeah, everyone was slipping.
It was so weird because I remember like before the game started, everybody was like talking about the fuck. You remember the fucking sod father?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, this guy he's been working the grass
He
for
knows
these
his
NFL
shit.
fields for like 35 years, and then just like this dude I've never heard of, like he gets mentioned, and then like we just see like the worst turf you've ever played on. It's like, why are you setting my boy up for failure?
That's what caused like the huge debate between turf and real grass.
Yeah, even though this was played on real grass too.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Arizona's field is real grass. Like, dude, they like have you not seen like
Then
videos
what are players complaining about? Because I thought they all
they
wanted
like
real
they
grass.
like it was like slippery as fuck because I guess they watered it like way too much.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I
dude.
know, but you know how like there's a big debate between turf
No, no,
and
no.
grass?
Yeah, yeah, I get that. That's for like like MetLife and like FedEx Field, like those stadiums that have turf. Like people hate playing there because like they always tear their ACLs and
Yeah,
shit.
they get injured.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Arizona's field is like full grass. Dude. Have you not seen videos where they like roll out the whole fucking field outside so it gets sun?
Hmm.
Dude, it's awesome. It's like, well, it's not awesome, but it's like it's cool. It's like, damn.
No, I've never seen that.
No, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah, I
though.
do. I do remember that.
Yeah.
So this next Super Bowl, this is the most recent one, obviously, that happened 2 weeks ago. Super Bowl 58, the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the San Francisco 49ers again, came back from 10 again. And I think this one goes in memorable,
I agree. I think this also
probably in
goes
front of the
memorable.
Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, just being non-biased. Now, if I made my own list, the Bucks Super Bowl would be way up there. I don't know why. That just was a really fun year for me. But yeah, I would put it in memorable above, because I mean, we already talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it to start up on the show. You talked about it in a separate video.
But yeah, it just was a really good game from start to finish. Really good defense, but also a little bit of offense, a little bit.
Yeah, like I remember like basically after like the first quarter. Not even after the first quarter, because the first quarter you still had like the McCaffrey fumble, which was still exciting,
Yeah.
all that stuff too.
There was a lot of fumbles and turnovers in this
Yeah.
game.
It was a very fun game to watch, especially with your friends when you're like six.
There's like
minutes in.
10 of us. Yeah.
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 God, that was great.
And we had an overtime, or only our second overtime in Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. I think first game with the new playoff rules, and it was a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because like that's how long it's been since we've got like a playoff overtime game.
Yeah.
God damn.
And it was a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and it helped the Chiefs, which is
Yeah.
ironic because
the
the
reason.
whole reason the rule came into place was because the Chiefs beat the Bills. And they
Well, I
wanted-
mean, you could also. Well, actually, no, you're right. You're right. Because for some reason, I remember like people saying that like. Were people saying that for like when they lost to like the Patriots too? Or am I making that up?
I think that's when it started.
Yeah.
And then it got really bad.
It got really bad when
the
after
Bills
the Bills
Chiefs game.
game. Yeah.
It literally was because of that game.
Yeah.
And then, but I think you're right. I think it started that year because in that game the Patriots had the ball first and went down and scored, and everyone's pissed.
Yeah, that was like the D Ford like offside game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
It's only
this game.
the second time the Chiefs got screwed over by an offsides.
Yeah, but I'd say this time was a little bit more.
A little bit more important for sure.
than than a random game against the Bills.
Damn, that was a higher scoring game than I remember. 37-31.
Yeah.
I just remember like the image of Tom Brady like going celebrating, and he had like his like the thing that players wear when it's really cold around their head.
Oh,
Like you couldn't even see his hair. He was just
Oh
like
yeah.
I don't know why. I just remember that like image.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't remember this like AFC Championship game at all for some reason.
I don't remember all anything but the ending. It was like a run up the middle to win the game and go to the Super Bowl. And it was also the year that the Patriots and Rams played each other.
Oh, that's why I don't remember this was that really shitty Super Bowl.
Yeah, because the Patriots won this, and like imagine if we got a Chiefs Saints Super Bowl. I'm sorry, but that would have been
Yeah, I
fucking
remember.
way
I remember
better.
people saying that. People were like, imagine instead of like Rams Patriots, we saw Chiefs Saints. Like, yeah, no, that
But
probably.
even Patriots Saints, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think Patriots Saints would have been even better.
But yeah, I mean that's the rest of our tier list. I'll download this just in
Yeah,
case.
that's the whole tier list right there. Um, so yeah, everybody watching, let us know your thoughts.
Did we do good? Let
Yeah,
us know.
yeah, let us know how bad we probably did on our tier lists. Especially to all the
Really
Rams
quick,
fans out there.
really quick, in case you skip to the end just to see the results. All-time classics, we have Falcons Patriots, Eagles Patriots, and Patriots Seahawks. So every Super Bowl involved. A lot of Patriots Super Bowls.
Funny how that works, dude.
Memorable, we have Chiefs 49ers, this most recent one, Super Bowl 58. Buccaneers Chiefs and Eagles Chiefs. And then kind of mid, we have Panthers Broncos and then
Rams Bengals.
Rams Bengals. In the forgettable tier, we have. See, it's very forgettable. What Super Bowl was that again?
That was the Chiefs Niners. That was the
Oh,
first one.
Chiefs Niners and Seahawks Broncos, and then absolute snooze fest. I don't even think I need to say it. Patriots Rams. Yeah, let us know what you guys thought. If we messed anything up. And yeah, what Super Bowl do you remember the most out of all of these? Like what, for your personal reasons, I'm curious. Like what Super Bowl do you guys think you remember the most because of where you were at or what happened or yeah.